Everybody, welcome to another edition of Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Bratchman. You're watching us live on the Texas Golf Insider Network. Dave will join us here right after the break. Hey, folks, we have a great show for you tonight. It all starts with Douglas Carlton. He's PGA professional and longtime advocate of the PGA Hope program and an instructor in San Antonio. He's been on the show before, award-winning kind of guy from the STPGA, so looking forward to catching up with him. And then international golf writer Art Strickland will be here to talk all about his staycation in San Antonio. I was a little bit part of that this morning, and so it's going to be interesting. He's here for a full week, so he's whining and dining. He's got the red carpet rollout, and we'll talk to him all about that. It all starts right after the break. Go grab yourself a cold one. Stick around. It's Golf After Hours. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. Mike Bratchman here. Dave Roberts. What is going on, Gravy?
Hola, hola.
Good to have you back. And a happy 4th of July to everybody out there, you, your families. This is a biggie. 250 years of doing some of the coolest things on the planet. I'm watching some Netflix stuff now, Dave, that is taking us from the beginning of time right on up to 250. And Ava and I are connected. I think we got 2 more episodes that we got to watch, man. You're starting to feel it, right? Of course, you're in the military. You feel it big time.
Yeah, we a lot of celebrations going on. I actually have a shirt that I'll be wearing on my golf briefing tomorrow that says 250. I got that from Gateway Hills at Lackland. But a lot of the portfolio in the Air Force around the world celebrating different ways with the 250. And it's going to be a great weekend. We want everybody to be safe out there. Don't do nothing crazy. There's a lot of golf tournaments going on, a lot of red, white, and blues. And so make sure that you dress in the proper colors, whether you're playing golf or just staycating like Art Strickland, just having a little fun.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, we're going to catch up with Doug here after the break. A lot of military stuff going on, a lot of fireworks. There's a ton of them here in New Braunfels. I can't imagine what it's like going to be on the Air Force base out at Randolph. I mean, Randolph puts on a hell of a fireworks every year. I don't know if they still do it, but you got to be real proud of those guys.
Oh, yeah. And in our own backyard, Landa, they'll play the red, white, and blue in the morning time and then shut the golf course down. And they will out by hole number 2. They do all their things to get ready at Landa Park and have a big fireworks. And you can see that our town in New Braunfels is so small, you could probably see it everywhere. So, but get a spot at the park. But Randolph and all the other Air Force bases will have their fireworks shows. And it's going to be like a really busy weekend. But again, as I said, be safe out there,
Yep.
Drink responsibly.
Don't be holding cherry bombs in your hands.
Oh, yeah. Don't be like Jean-Pierre or the New York Giants and, a couple of fingers missing and later. So I'm excited because I'm playing at Randolph Air Force Base on Friday in their 4th of July tournament. Even though
you doing the Landa Park one?
I'm Ty and I are on the alternate list. We were a little late getting in due to a lot of things going on, with Ty going to get ready to go to University of Texas. And so we're like on there. And we want to thank Cy Chapa for pulling a nice prank. He called Ty right after church on Sunday and told him he was 106th on the list. So we appreciate it. And Ty was like, I forgot my dad's going to be mad. He's like, no, your dad already put us on. So we're waiting for that call.
Well, and we got the John Deere Classic coming up for the weekend. We will be watching that. Travelers was another great event. Came on down to some OT on Monday. I watched it in the afternoon. I was down fishing on the island of my brother-in-law's all weekend. And when we came back, man, I was locked in the afternoon. I mean, it was going back and forth. It was really a lot of fun, except for Monday. You know, Hovland made his 12-footer and Scheffler missed his 3.5-footer.
That just goes to show you, folks, you know, y'all give all those gimmies. Look, this is the #1 player in the world. And as I say before, just because in baseball you round third base doesn't mean you're automatically safe at home. People are ready for the second playoff hole, and he did not sniff it. And so there were some fireworks going off in his head. How did I miss that? And so,
Yeah.
but it happens. And congratulations. And to
It was
Hovland,
a great match.
finally won again, so that's good. And it's so funny is to see how the Travelers lately has morphed, because it was a by the way tournament. And then all of a sudden, you know, Ricky won it and he's being sponsored by them folks. And then it started morphing, and now look what it is today. And, you know, right before the Open Championship, that's real exciting. And I like what they do is because like this week and last week, there are guys who are eligible to qualify for the Open Championship via their placements.
Right.
To go overseas over the pond and go play. And I think that's really kind of cool that the PGA Tour does that.
Well, I tell you what, it was fun to watch. I was really rooting for Scotty, but Hovland is a great winner. He's a great champion. He hung in there as long as he possibly could. And yeah, I tell you what, I enjoyed every bit of it. Hey, so we'll get to the John Deere here toward the end of the show to talk a little bit about the one and done. Hey, but I got to bring this up here. You know, this is a little bit different, and I got to get, you know, and I've been watching this over the last couple of years. Do you think the fans are getting a little bit way out there, Rowdy, than what they used to be? I mean, just I think over the last 4 or 5 years, it's gotten, you and I talked about this before, you know, hey, listen, it's a game. You know, I see when people get cranked up when somebody wins and stuff like this. And when they don't win, you hear the, oh. But now it's a little bit different, Dave. Do you find that the rowdiness has got maybe a little bit out of hand?
Yeah, I would say that it's elevated now. The generational trends have changed. And that's getting the younger people back involved, which we want them involved back in the game because, you know, there are the future of the game. But this younger generation baggy pants, they have no set of guidelines. They think that they can do whatever and they'll yell out, you know, my First Amendment, but there's always repercussions for that. They just rather cite it. And so they get to these golf tournaments and they start screaming and they don't understand that this is not your Saturday MGA or the Live Tour or something like that. This is the PGA Tour where they're, you know, it's a gentleman's game, have some courtesy. I made note of that on my last video. I have this new series called The Golf Pro Wants to Know, and we were talking about clothing because it's also reflected in their clothing. Look what some of these younger generation people are wearing to the golf course. So it bleeds over, and their rambunctiousness would be a really good word for that. Is probably because their golf game sucks too, and so they're living and dying their golf games through these people. But you know the deal. You add a little beverage to it, and it reminds me of a story right quick. We were sitting in the 18th gallery at Oak Hills, and some man who had a little bit juice actually saved the guy's tournament. But you were like the loudest dude when Jim, what's his face, and you went, hey, you forgot to move your ball back, right?
Yeah, but that's cool.
Right, but that could have, nobody knew that was the words coming out of your mouth, right? But see what I'm saying? We're guilty of it. You know we are.
Actually, it was $275,000 putt that he
had it
made.
was.
You're right, Dave.
Yes.
You know, and it was his first win ever on the tour, and I was like, no man, you're gonna blow this thing. It ain't gonna happen. You know, that's what I screamed out, and even Kobe Calloway. He came he goes, Brad, good call.
Right. And that was, but then you take it on the other side, and it started with Baba Booey and You're the Man, and
In the
John,
hole, in the hole. If
you
I
know,
hear that one more time, I'm going to punch somebody.
that kind of stuff. And now it's gotten really bad. Now the Phoenix Open, that's expected on the 16th, but now we're getting, I mean,
It
New
got out
York
of
was
hand.
a classic example of it. Where do we draw the line? People are now getting pulled out and, arrested for being stupid. And
Yeah.
I think folks, when you go to a PGA Tour event, LPGA Tour event, something like that, please have some decency. This is their job. We don't go to your job. I don't come to your job
Yeah,
and
call you
scream
a
Baba
lughead
Booty in
or
your
anything
ear
like
because
that,
you made a
right?
call, right? So don't come to our job and do the same thing.
Well, Jordan Spieth is the one who's bringing this up, and he says, he said we've always gambled all the time. It's part of the deal. He says, but gambling is now legal. The PGA got involved in it, and so now they got players that they get pissed off at. Like Wyndham Clark. I mean, God Almighty, Wyndham Clark in the U.S. Open they were clapping when he got in the sand trap, and he booed him when he made a birdie. And he walked away going, someone's got some money on me and someone doesn't.
That is true.
So there's a lot that goes. Scotty Scheffler, he told everybody, I'm shutting down you can't find Scotty Scheffler any social media. He said, if you want to bet and be dumb, you go right ahead, bet and be dumb. I got nothing to do with it. I don't care if you lose $1 million. That's on you, pal. I mean, he says, I got mine, go get yours. But there's something to that. And I'm trying to think who said this. He's one of your guys that you like. Who's the guy where the wife had beat him up a couple maybe not beat him up, but burned down the house or something like that? Oh, God, I got it right here. Hold on one second. I want to get to it. His name is God, I don't have it. Anyways, when I remember it, he said if you want to really straighten out the PGA, he says all you have to do is include the Augusta way of doing things. And he says they have used the Augusta rules, used the Masters Augusta rules, and he says they tolerate zero.
And
I don't care if you're a
we've been
PGA
there.
professional.
It is proper golf etiquette at Augusta.
Yes. If you get anything out of it, there's one guy who tried to grab some sand out of the sand trap, was arrested, cost him $20,000. He said, man, that's private property. You're stealing. And he got banned for life.
Yeah, well, I remember when I took Tiger's divot at the Masters, but they left it, and so and that was
usually they don't do that.
I guess that was one of his final years with Tiger, so I guess he really didn't care anyway. But hey, the divot flew over there. Nobody's doing anything about it. It went in my beer baggie, and I was good to go. So
folks, if you're out there, man, have fun. I mean, this is the whole thing. If you want to do some betting on the side, you better, but don't yell at the guy just because he didn't make it a putt or he didn't.
Don't die on the sword with your PGA Tour players and be vocal about it. You know.
It's not worth it. And being banned is a rule that's coming pretty quick. And when you get thrown out and you're a local, you're never coming back. I mean, there is no way you're getting back in. And it's not worth it. If you really like to go to these events, like the Valero. I mean, that's a huge event in San Antonio. You don't want to ever be banned from that, or the Houston Open, whatever it might be here in Texas. It's a bad deal. And if you get banned from a major, that gets around pretty quick, and you ain't going nowhere.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you because golf is supposed to be a gentleman's game. We can get a little fun, play a little music, have a but for what they're screaming out there, and then they're getting personal attacks and throwing beer at people and hitting people's wives, that's a little out of hand. We need to.
Yeah, it is. I don't like it a bit, and it doesn't belong in the PGA or any kind of golf that we do. Hey, we have to take a real quick break. We'll get to our first guest here. If you haven't got yourself a cold one, which I haven't, and I'm going to at the break, go get it right now. We'll be back in about 3 minutes.
Welcome to the Scott Schreiner Golf Course in the heart of Kerrville, where the beauty of the hill country meets the thrill of the game. Experience golf like never before on a meticulously designed 18-hole course, a golfer's paradise surrounded by nature's splendor. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting into the swing of things, our course caters to all skill levels, guaranteeing you have a top-notch golf experience. Discover Scott Schreiner Golf Course, where passion meets play in the heart of the hill country. Book your tee time today and let the adventure begin.
Texas's best-kept secret, award-winning golf just south of Houston. The Wilderness Golf Club at Lake Jackson has established itself as one of the top 5 places to play in Texas. A majestic piece of pristine property, complete with 18 holes of naturally rolling terrain, nestled in the wetlands area of Lake Jackson. With the small-town atmosphere and the big city accommodations, the Wilderness is a must-play experience. Book your tee time at thewildernessgc.com.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, we love the game of golf just like you. We're here for golfers because we know golf like no one else. Since 1968, your local Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf has been the trusted partner on and off the course, providing reliable expertise you can count on. With over 60 years of experience and our legendary 90-day guarantee, we've always been here to help you get there. Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. I'm your host, Mike Ratchman, Dave Roberts. You know, we can't play half of the stuff he says at break time. But anyways, hey, we got a special guest, and he's been on the show many a times. Douglas Carlson, he's PGA professional, longtime advocate of the PGA Hope program and instructor in San Antonio, and winner of the 2024 Patriot Award. Welcome to the show again, Doug. How you doing, man?
Doing wonderful, living the dream. How are you doing?
Living the dream, man. I tell you what, if we get to do this and we get to do it for the rest of our lives, man, come on, man. I mean,
Hey, Doug, what are you drinking? Hey, he's a guest on our show.
USA, USA.
USA.
He's a guest on the show.
Buffalo Trace here.
Mm.
Hey, Doug, you know, you don't get an award by not being good at what you do. And you know, you love it. I can tell you, you just love being out there. I see you on social media and you're always having a good time, man. Before we start asking you a bunch of questions about how did you get involved in this, man? And you know, how did it really steer you in to what, you know, you really didn't, I don't know, maybe this was something you wanted to do or you just got drew into it.
You know, so when you work at a military golf course, which I was doing at the time, you're always looking for new programs and new things to do for the military. And, you know, someone called me up, hey, you want to try a program called, help us out with PGA Junior League? Sure. Then they said, hey, we got another one, PGA Hope. You want to try it out? Sure. And, they're so much fun. I mean, it really saved me just as much as it saves the people in the program because, you know, when you have a long career, you have those little times where you need something to pick you back up. And PGA Hope came at the right time for me. And it's worked really, really well.
Well, Doug, you and I work together, and we've done so many PGA Hope things over the last several years. But yesterday was a very exciting day. Thanks to you, your spearhead and your dream of doing this and working hard. We were able to have our first ever series at the First Tee of San Antonio. So tell us about that.
Yes, that was amazing. And I just knew because of how the big the practice area is, plus all the gadgets we have there, plus all the golf clubs that we have there, that we would have everything we need. And what really was nice is having that little air conditioned room to dip into and talk to. So that was the bonus I wasn't even thinking about. But man, that was nice. And it's just such a relaxing atmosphere, which is what we're trying to provide. And man, everybody, it was just great. We probably set a record for instructors yesterday for Hope instructors. We had everybody there, and it was great.
Well, I'll tell you what, and I know how Dave is involved with it because we talk about it a lot on the program and stuff. And that's right. And if someone is wanting to get into it, and again, I know the program's been out there how long? How many years now, Doug?
We actually started testing it when I was in Arkansas, like 15 years ago.
Oh, really?
So,
Okay. I didn't
right.
know
But
that.
at first, it was pretty strict to get into it. Okay. And then they've loosened it up in the last 6 or 7 years. We're all military. And at first, you had to just go through the VA to get into it. But now it's anyone who's been in the military, a veteran, or current active duty, they're good to go.
Well, I've listened to some videos, and when you listen to some of these people talk about, thank God for the whole program for me, I was on my way out. I didn't have no focus. I didn't know what I was going to do. What was the purpose of me being here? And to think that an instructor in a game of golf can turn someone's life around like that, and I'm hearing it a lot now. I mean, since Dave has been in it, I mean, I hear it a whole lot. And you guys both have to walk away sometimes and go, "This was a pretty damn good day." And you probably seen some of the worst side of someone before they really step forward.
Oh, it's amazing. And it's all of us. It's all the other veterans that are there, and it's the instructors, and it's the environment. It's the whole package deal that puts them in a safe space, And what I always tell everybody, that the neat thing about golf, it's so hard, and you forget about everything else, You all of a sudden, we all have all these pains, right? But they disappear for a little while we're playing golf, and then when we put the clubs back in the car and we're dropping the cart off, we're limping or whatever. Everything comes back. But golf, puts your mind in a weird place, and it gives you freedom for any demons or whatever that might be bothering you.
Well,
Besides free putting.
David said one thing to me, or he always signs out, golf is not a game, it's an addiction. And I think you're right there.
Yeah, and when you introduce someone to golf, it's life changing. I mean, it changes their life. I mean, it's going to change what they do. They're going to meet a lot of neat people and all those things. But yeah, it's not all sports are that way. But I mean, it's funny. You see the commercials. You'll see the guys on the runway that do the baggage, and they're practicing their golf swing. They're waiting for the airplane to land. You see a mirror. You start working on your putting stroke. I mean, it's.
Well, Doug, the PGA says this is the only PGA program that saves lives. A lot of people, they think it's just a moniker. You and I have experienced it personally. where one of
Yeah.
our students have come up to us and said, "Hey, man, I was in that spot. I want to thank you. You actually pulled me away from that." And we've had guys who have been in that dark spot who have actually now become volunteers for us. They've gone on to do greater things. They go play in the Fort Sim Men's Golf Association. I see them out at Randolph and Lackland. And you know, and I know you don't get told a lot, but Doug, man, hats off to you. You're doing a fantastic job. And you know what? What people don't see up front, you know, because of the glitz and the glamour, all the time and the effort that you put into making sure that the PGA Hope program, the First Tee, and everything that you're doing is the tops in the town. And we just want to tell you thank you.
Well, I appreciate it, but you know, it may do more for me than I do for them. I mean, it's weird. It's you know, look how pumped up we all were after a long day in the sun yesterday. But I mean, it was. I mean, I know I drove home on cloud nine yesterday. It was so much fun.
That's good to hear. Okay, so Doug, tell me a little bit about the format. Has it changed over the years? Is it, maybe you
Well,
can kind of explain to anybody that's going to be watching throughout the week.
So, I mean, there's always little changes. We're always improving. We're always learning things, but it's the same basic format. We start at the hole and go backwards. So, you know, the first day's introduction and putting. Okay. The next day or the next lesson is the short game. And, you know, I tell them, don't show up with your 65-degree wedge. You know, we're gonna hit shots with all the clubs and even chip with a hybrid. You know, we're gonna try to find something that works because we're all a little bit different. And then the third lesson is, you know, we kind of call it the gas. It's making sure you get in position right, your grip, your stance, and you know, starting the swing. The fourth lesson is, you know, the full swing, middle clubs, once again, making sure we lined up our targets, those things. The fifth lesson is drivers and hybrids, oh my. And, you know,
I know that one.
yeah, and then we go out and we play. And when we do hope, anytime we're doing a little hope playing, we're doing the scramble from the fun tees, which I played from today, and I had so much fun. So I had Achilles surgery, so I played my first round of golf of the year today, and
Nice.
I didn't want to strain anything, so I played a tee box I'd be comfortable at, and it paid off. I think I'm going to stay there. Yeah.
Doug's at the Express Tee Box. Woo-hoo!
Yeah, I'm telling you, especially that high rough. This is the first time I think San Antonio's had strong, you know, enough rain to keep the rough growing in a long time.
It's been like this. So is it a 5-week course? Is that what it is?
6 weeks. It's 6 weeks. And you know, and we know life happens and stuff. And since we have such a close group of instructors, and we have so many programs, if they miss one, or if you're a raw beginner, you know, you might need to take one of the lessons a few times. So we work that out with them. And because our deal is to make them good golfers. Now, granted, all levels have fun in these. All levels learn something from that. And they learn a lot from each other too. I mean, it's pretty neat. You know, by the third session, everybody's, you know, traded phone numbers and that time, and they're playing in golf groups and stuff. And that's what saves the lives. It gets them out of the house. You know how I mean, if it rains for a week and I don't get to go outside, I know I'm going nuts, you know, and,
Right.
and yeah, so, and that's what it does. You know, it gets them out of the house. It gets them there. They show up early to start talking, you know, it's the conversation and just, yeah, you know, we're all telling fishing stories, I mean, or whatever, you know, but
Well,
it's the full package deal.
and it also leads to another thing. We've had a lot of great representation from San Antonio. The PGA Hope Cup, the South Texas PGA puts it on this year. If I remember correctly, it's going to be Austin, what, August 24th, I think you said?
August 31st.
August 31st.
Yes.
There you go. Yep, I see it on my calendar now. It popped up as soon as I said it. I love Google stuff. They just, when you
Yeah.
mess up, they talk to you. Tell us about the PGA Hope Cup.
So what it is, anyone who's graduated through Hope, because we want to get as many people to the Hope Cup as we can, and you're pretty much one and done. So, for those, everybody who graduated last year can try for this year's team, except for the people who played on a team. And what I do for our teams that we have, which is 4 or 5, is we set out the date, the requirements. I mean, the requirements basically is getting to Austin, being able to have the day free and that type stuff. And everybody sends me their information that wants to play, and we draw the names, and then we go. And actually, last year I got 40 people. In fact, I called 2 people who didn't go on the list, and I got them to play that day. Going into the last day, I still had 6 people I hadn't placed. Nick, who won the award this year, he was coming in from Austin, and his whole team no-showed. He needed 4 guys. I said, okay, I got them. Here they go. And it worked out great. So I can't guarantee that's always going to happen, but that's how we place them. And so everybody has an even shake to get on the team that plays in our classes.
I can tell between you and Dave, you guys are really fired up in what you do with the whole program, man. And I think it's a great thing. My hat's off to both you guys, and thanks for your service. You guys even service after service, which I think is very cool. Hey, Doug, how does somebody get involved?
What I tell everybody is just Google PGA Hope San Antonio, and that's going to take you to the PGA Reach Hope sign up. You hit San Antonio, you'll see all the classes there. The ones that aren't signing folks up now, they start signing up 30 days before the start date. Okay. And then if you don't get in, get on the wait list, because what happens is you're only allowed to officially sign up for 1 class. So what'll happen is they'll go through there, and if there's some few people that get kicked out, and then they send an email to everybody on the waiting list. First one to answer gets in the class.
Okay.
So we're working through a lot of them, and it's getting a little bit easier to get in, but there's still a pretty big demand.
And we get a notification we have an app, both of us. It's called PGA Coach. We get our notifications, and so we kind of know who's on the waiting list. And then there's sometimes, as Doug previously mentioned, that they can't show up for a reason. They've got to opt out or something like this. And, we try to really not turn anybody away, if you know what I'm saying. It just, this is for them. This is therapy through golf. And again, Doug, I'm honored Batman and Robin here of San Antonio, and get to hang out with you. And Mike, one of these days you need to, about 4:00 on a Monday, show up at one of our PGA things and listen to how Doug instructs.
I can do that. You guys just let me
so
know
very cool.
Come on out.
He's not getting super technical. He's talking on their level, and you can just see that those people are just wanting more. And I just think it's you need to come see this for yourself.
I'd like to see it, do some videotapes, and I'm gonna learn something too. I learn every time I get a lesson from either you or Dave. I mean, that is the tops. And you guys keep it really simple, and simple still works. Hey, we got about 30 seconds left. What are you and the spouse doing for 4th of July?
I'm single now, but she took the car I won last 4th of July. I won a Cadillac, and she left with it. But anyway,
Hey,
love her
I
to
didn't
death,
get the
whatever.
news.
I mean,
I didn't get the news.
things happen. We're still friends. But anyway, I just want to throw this out.
Hey, let me go get
A lot
my
of the
shoes so I
PGA
can put it in my mouth.
It's okay. It's
All
okay.
right.
We're all good.
Okay, so
We're all good.
plan? What is your plan for the weekend?
I got my 2 dogs here. I'm gonna drink some beer and and just kind of hang out and see what happens. I'm redoing the house, and just got a lot of work to do. So I'm going
Hey.
to enjoy.
Well, Doug, man, I want to thank you for taking some time out to do this. I know what a busy day you got. Always good catching up, man. It was a long, long time ago.
All right.
You guys got us into this stuff, and when we were down in San Antonio. So, and we continue the
Oh,
march.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Well, here's
right.
to you, Doug. Happy 4th of July. Happy
Thank you.
250th.
There we go. Go USA.
USA, man. That's right. We've been
7
watching
o'clock
that
tonight, I think. 7 or 8 o'clock. I
Yeah.
think. Yep. Can't wait.
It's going right now. It's 0-0.
I
Oh,
like
kind
the
of like
score.
my golf score. All right.
Hey, Doug, have a good rest of your
Yeah.
week, man. We'll catch up with you soon.
Thank you. You guys have a great evening.
All right,
Bye.
man. Later.
Mhm.
Hey, folks, listen, we're going to take a real quick break. When we come back, we're going to see what's going on in San Antonio. Art Strickland on site, staycation. So stick around. Golf After Hours. We'll be right back.
Centrally located in the Texas Hill Country between San Antonio and Austin, you will find Valor Creek Golf Club in Blanco, Texas. Opened in 2007, Valor Creek has been awarded high rankings on several platforms every year due to great course conditions, a challenging layout, and a relaxed atmosphere with a friendly staff. Book your tee times now by calling 830-833-0706 or visit our website at www.vcgc.golf.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comal River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at Landa Park Golf Course.
At Paragon Casino Resort, the possibilities are endless when you play your way. Imagine your perfect getaway, the kind with non-stop thrills, your favorite entertainment, and a world of luxury. With everything you could possibly want, all at one place. You want it all? Stop imagining it and come get it. Only at Paragon Casino Resort in nearby Marksville. Come see the way Louisiana plays.
Texas's best kept secret, award-winning golf just south of Houston. The Wilderness Golf Club at Lake Jackson has established itself as one of the top 5 places to play in Texas. A majestic piece of pristine property, complete with 18 holes of naturally rolling terrain, nestled in the wetlands area of Lake Jackson. With the small-town atmosphere and the big city accommodations, the Wilderness is a must-play experience. Book your tee time at thewildernessgc.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to Golf After Hours. Mike Ratchman here, Dave Roberts, and we are going live to San Antonio with Art Strickland, international golf writer, on a staycation with his beautiful wife, Belinda. And the red carpet always gets rolled out for Art, no matter where he goes. And Art, welcome to the show. I know you're on staycation, but I got to know what you're doing, man. I got to know what you're doing.
You don't get any better than staycation in San Antonio, do you, Mike?
No. I mean, it's a pretty amazing place. You know what was really kind of funny? Talking to you today, you haven't been really downtown for like a week at a time. You came back and we were on the golf course today. We'll get to talk that a little bit about that. But you came in, there's this big building that I never seen in the Express News. Hell, I'd never seen that building in the Alamo. Holy crap, the Alamo! You were more excited, and I was like, didn't you live here? Things have changed.
Well, I tell you what, Willow Springs, which is another brilliant Andrew Peterson golf, Alamo City Golf Trail, was special today, right?
Yeah.
Special You know, the fact we got out there, a couple guys that were trail members, we both had enough good shots to make us want to come back, more punishment. But I think that shows you how special San Antonio is, because as you can probably tell right now, I'm at the Riverwalk and having a great time. We had a little dinner. We watching a little USA, and we had golf today. So, you know, staying at St. Anthony, I mean, San Antonio really does have it all. And that's a big credit to guys like Andrew Peterson, Alamo City Golf Trail, guys like Andrews Munoz, who does the Visit San Antonio. So, what to do here, and just glad to be a part of it.
Well, you know, Art, you go 100 miles an hour on the 55-mile-an-hour plan all the time. How important is it to take a step back, relax with the spouse, and play a little golf, see the sights, and not be actually working?
Yeah. I'm always actually working, Dave. I worked over Dave. I think he still owes me some money. But now, you know, like I said, I've said this before and I'll say it again. San Antonio is one of the 3 very unique cities in America. Because most cities, big city, downtown, you got that, like San Antonio is so unique because there's a river running right through it. Got, you know, the Alamo's got everything. I think New Orleans is like that with the French Quarter and all that. I think Las Vegas, obviously. Well, you've spent a lot of time, Dave. It's unique, but San Antonio, one of the most unique cities in America. And people who live here all the time, like you guys do, or who visit a lot, like I do, and I used to live here, I think people forget how unique this place really is.
Yeah, you know, I tell you what, Art, we live here, and when we have people that come into town, we take them down to San Antonio, and they're totally impressed. I mean, from the Riverwalk is huge. You know, you can spend all day down there, and then top it off with a nice dinner and a boat ride. You know, you get to one of those boat rides down. Have you done boat ride yet?
Yeah, we might even make a trip to Mr. Steve's ice cream today, because you hadn't been to Mr. Steve's if you really been to the Riverwalk. So, you know, it's a great place. I think you guys realize you've been here a long time, but during the Great Depression, 1929 is when they first started the Riverwalk, and part of the charm of the Riverwalk, they said, well, we can't afford it during the Great Depression. Let's pave this over. Let's just get rid of the Riverwalk. And thankfully, cooler heads prevailed, and now it's the most visited city in America.
That's awesome. And be careful, because you can fall in. I've seen some people with too many cervezas actually trip and fall into the Riverwalk. And at this time of the year, that's not a good thing. But what do you have on tap for the rest of the weekend?
Yeah. Well, you know, it's funny. We did the boat cruise today with my lovely wife, and you know, he said he's seen, the boat captain said he's seen 38 people that have fallen in the river. 30. Thankfully, I have not been 39 so far. He said he has a big surprise to you guys. The most days you fall in the river, Friday and Saturday, the weekends, and also NFL Sundays. Ton of people down here for NFL Sundays, and that's another big fall in the river day. But thankfully, that so far.
Hey, jumping back to playing around the golf out at Willow Springs. Hey, man, they spent a lot of money. They spent a lot of money to make that place. Zoysia grass in the fairway. Come on. I think Andrew's done a great job with all the golf courses. Of course, now his right-hand lady, Kate, who does the marketing side of it, you know, they're getting the message out there that there is a trail. And I think they do a pretty good job of that. And you and I talked about it when we got off the golf course. Here it was like 12:30, and there's people packed, you know, to get on at 12:30. It's 98 degrees out, so the rounds of golf are coming in.
Well, and don't you think that's the key? Any golf course, Mike, you've got to put money into it. You've got to keep it up. You've got to get it going. They had Zoysia fairways, which were great. And I'm not a marketing guy at heart, but it was Wednesday. It was a good 90, maybe 95. I'm not sure. Place was packed. I mean, it's packed today.
I know.
When we got finished at 2 o'clock or whenever it was we finished up, it was packed then. There were people getting ready to go off. So
I was done.
appreciate
I was done on hole number 7.
Brack. Of course, public course in Texas, people know that. But the whole trail is great. And, what a way to start out a Independence weekend.
Yep. So I'm going to give you the fun fact because you always give us fun facts. Did you know that the Willow Springs Golf Course, when it was originally built, was on a place called Campman Estate and named Woodland Golf Course? And then down the road, they changed it to Willow Springs.
Right.
There's your fact of the day, baby. I feel like art today. I'm feeling like art.
Oh, well, like I said, I'd set my standards a little higher than that. But, like I said, it's we had a fun time, and that's really what golf is. Golf is not shooting low scores, although I did shoot a 38 on front 9. Thank you very much. But golf is not about low scores. Golf is about friendship. It's about playing with people you want to be with, and it's playing at fun places. And, that's Willow Springs is a fun place, great shape, play with fun people today. That's really the essence of golf right there, I think.
Well, I can tell you that. I was ready to quit at 7. I shot a 98 on 9. So I was watching Art sinking putts. I did play with the Reaper, though. Hey,
Absolutely.
The Reaper.
the
Red
Reaper. Hey,
Reaper.
hey, I tell you what, I played pretty well. I mean, I couldn't hit the ball. I mean, I'm just kind of hurting yet. But the Reaper putter really worked for me, Art, right?
Now I know why Johnny Miller and Don Yarrow are so good. It wasn't because they had talent, it's because they had the Reaper.
So you were killing them today, weren't you? You were knocking them dead, Reaper boy.
Well, I tell you what, well, you got yours, Dave.
I got mine. I've practiced with it. So let me ask you a question, both of you guys.
All right.
What do you think about the endless par 5 number 2 at Willow Springs?
And I hadn't heard that for endless par 5. That's a good one. Endless par 5. Yeah, it was that was a struggle. I hit it up there and hit it good, but endless par 5. That's a good way to describe that.
Well, I tell you what, I believe you got a birdie on that hole too, Art. And
For remembering that, yeah.
I picked up my, I couldn't hit anymore. I picked up my ball, I think in the middle of the fairway, and I said, I can't do this. And so I just watched Art manicure his shots coming into the par 5. And true thing, he did walk away with a birdie.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah. You put it nicely, Dave. Very done nicely. Okay, so what's the plan for tomorrow? When do you go home?
Oh, I may never go home, Mike. I don't know. We're going out to see tomorrow. We're going to go out to see the old Jack Parker Kingdom.
Oh, wow.
Jack's one of our favorite people in San Antonio, but he developed Tapatio Springs, and so tomorrow we're headed out to Tapatio Springs and get to see some of that good stuff. And that's another fun place. You're not going to hold a U.S. Open at Tapatio Springs. It's not why they built it. They built it for fun. They built it to have a good time. And so we're headed to Jack Parker, who has sold it, but developed it and made it what it is today. We're going to Tapatio Springs tomorrow.
That's going to be fun. That is a really fun track. And after a little bit of redesign, you will not be disappointed.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Hey, Art, listen, I know you're really busy. You and the spouse, we caught you probably in between having a bite to eat. So thanks to Belinda for letting you have a break for a little bit to join us. So tell her we said thank you. And Art, I really enjoyed being around. You just said this morning, getting around 9 holes. That was a lot of fun. It's been a long, long time
Well,
since
my
you and
wife,
I have swung a club.
so I better go, but always good to be with you guys, and Viva San Antonio. Viva
Okay.
Antonio, as they say.
All right,
Happy
man.
4th of July, buddy,
Happy
to you and the
4th.
family. We'll catch up with you soon.
All right, guys. Talk to you.
Yep. Hey, folks, this will take a real quick break. When we come back, I think we're going to try to wrap this thing up. Golf After Hours, do not go away.
At Paragon Casino Resort, the possibilities are endless when you play your way. Imagine your perfect getaway. The kind with non-stop thrills, your favorite entertainment, and a world of luxury. With everything you could possibly want, all at one place. You want it all? Stop imagining it and come get it. Only at Paragon Casino Resort in nearby Marksville. Come see the way Louisiana plays.
Landa Park Golf Course offers an exceptional golf experience to players of every level. This newly redesigned 18-hole public course, nestled along the Comel River, combines a challenging layout with spectacular Texas Hill Country views. Located in the heart of historic New Braunfels, Landa Park Golf Course is convenient to players from Dallas to San Antonio and everywhere in between. Escape the routine. Call the Pro Shop to book your tee time today or visit us online at landaparkgolfcourse.com.
At Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf, we love the game of golf just like you. We're here for golfers because we know golf like no one else. Since 1968, your local Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf has been the trusted partner on and off the course, providing reliable expertise you can count on. With over 60 years of experience and our legendary 90-day guarantee, we've always been here to help you get there. Edwin Watts Golf Shops by Worldwide Golf. Get there.
Centrally located in the Texas Hill Country between San Antonio and Austin, you will find the community of Rockin' J Ranch. The sprawling ranch-style development encompasses Valor Creek Golf Club and features a Junior Olympic-sized pool and nature park, as well as central water and sewer utilities, all within a great school district and lower taxes. For information, call 830-833-2266 or visit their website at www.rockinjranch.net.
Welcome back, everybody. Golf After
Mm.
Hours. Mike Rajman here, Dave Roberts. Hey, we're going to wrap this thing up here. I want to thank our guest, Douglas Carlton, for coming in. Art Strickland. Art was on the last. We had some other things we were going to talk about. Phil Mickelson's troubled, but no sense in going over that after a nice show.
Why waste it on that guy?
Yeah, it's for real. And so it was really fun to catch up with both of those guys, especially on our holiday. And Dave, I hope you guys have a great 4th of July. And thank you for everything that you've done, the services that you've given to our country. Same with Doug and all you folks out there, that watch us in some of the military areas and chime in throughout the week. We appreciate you doing that. But I hope everybody is safe this weekend. I know how we can get. I still get like that, but I always got someone to watch over me. And but you can really have a lot of fun out there. It's 250. I mean, 250 years of getting to do what we've been doing. Dave, there's a lot of people who've given up their lives so we can live like this. And we cannot complain about how we live here in America.
No, we are in the greatest country in the world for several reasons, and this is time to celebrate 250 years, 1776. So that's kind of super cool. And but again, it go out there and be safe because you don't get too crazy. Watch out for the fireworks. But for all of you who out there in the military world or support our military, thank you. We do appreciate you. Again, what our guys do in active duty military lets us do this behind the scenes and have other freedoms, and we don't take that lightly. And just folks, just go out there, have fun, and go catch a fireworks show with the family. Go have fun, spend some time with your kids, play a little golf, barbecue a little bit, and maybe you'll end up like Ratchman sleeping on your Southwest green. I've been there before, so I know the drill. So
yeah, he's the backyard napper. Backyard napper. Hey, and folks, listen, Johnny, I want to say, happy 4th of July to you. Johnny is the guy who makes this whole thing happen.
He is like super smart.
Yeah, every Wednesday night, Johnny Guajardo, GA Media. Johnny, you and your family have a safe weekend. And folks, listen, we want to thank everybody every week for chiming in with Dave and I. We enjoy it. We're glad you get to watch it throughout the whole week. And we're so happy that you keep passing it on and sharing it. And as long as you keep doing that every weekend and every Wednesday night, Dave and I will be here every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. Until next week, until then, rain or shine,
book your tea time.
And a happy 4th of July. Cheers to everybody out there.
Cheers to you. Go Jordan Spieth. I hope he wins. I hope.